Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. And if you are live with me on Twitch today, thank you so much for hanging out, I really appreciate it. And we are moving on onto our next deck, which is, I know, a fan favorite. I know a lot of people have been trying out this deck. Before even Lost Thunder came out, with not too much success. It never saw great success at regional tournaments, but I do believe that Ninetales could actually makes this deck better, even though you are playing extra GXs and therefore opening up win conditions for your opponent. Nothing forces you to play the Alolan Ninetales down, right? If you don't need to, if you feel like you don't need to in any given game, and if you do end up playing it, well, it will certainly help you in setting up, right? So we are playing Empoleon Swampert with Alolan Ninetales GX. Empoleon has 160 HP, a very high amount, and then total command does 20 damage for each benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. So you will always have 5 benched Pokemon on your side. So at the minimum, you're dealing 100 for 2, which is really nice. And then if your opponent has a lot of bench Pokemon, then you're dealing up to 200 damage, 230 with a Choice Band, 250 with a Professor Kukui. Yeah, Malamar is still on screen indeed. Thank you for letting me know. And I don't know if you guys can hear, like, there's someone, like in Mexico we have a guy who buys old stuff, right? And they have this recording when they're going through the streets that they're here to buy your old stuff, yeah, like old beds, old fridges, old microwaves, old everything. And then for whatever reason, that sound triggers all the dogs to start howling. So it's really funny, and that's what triggers sometimes my dog to howl. And I believe that, like, on stream that happened, and for the first time I heard my dog howl, it happened on stream. And it was pretty funny because she howls very, very weirdly. But anyways, that's a fun Mexico fact. So we have Empoleon, and that's the background noise you hear between the dogs and the recording. We have Empoleon. The Whirlpool attack is also pretty solid, 90 damage, and can slow opponents down. We have a 4-4 line of Empoleon. Then you have a 3/1/3 Swampert. Its ability Power Draw. You get to discard a card and then you draw 3 cards. So a slightly better trade at the cost of a stage 2 versus a stage 1. But then Hydro Pump, dealing 80 damage plus 20 more for each water energy attached to Swampert, makes it a pretty powerful attacker as well. We have a 3-2 Alolan Ninetales GX. Alolan Ninetales GX with its ability allows you to search your deck for 2 item cards when you evolve Alolan Vulpix, which is really solid. We don't have energy available to use Snowy Wind or Sublimation, so those will not be coming into play. But the ability, like, you can Ultra Ball for Burr Candies, and that's huge. Yeah, that is huge. And then Beacon is also very useful because then you can search for 2 stage 2s, and you evolve your Ninetales, you get the candies, and then you go candy into the Pokemon you just searched for. So there's a lot of synergy between all the cards, and we have some pretty powerful non-GX attackers. Raya, thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? And so, no, Revolution's counter energy does not work on GX Pokemon, so that's why we can never attack with Alolan Ninetales. Supporters wise, we have 4 Elms. We have 2 Cynthia, 2 Kukui, 2 Guzma, and the single Judge. Because we do have Swampert, we are able to very easily recover from Judge, but hopefully our opponents won't be able to. Then we also have 4 Ultra Ball and 2 Timer Ball to make sure that we have the right Pokemon. We have Evolutions, and then we have 4 Rare Candy, of course. We have Triple Aqua Patch to power up our attackers, 2 Brooklet Heal to help us search for a basic Pokemon and to serve as a counter stadium. So with Brooklet Heal and Professor Elms, I hope we will be able to reliably be able to set up. And then we have double Choice Band and 1 Bodybuilding Dumbbells for our tool cards. Bodybuilding Dumbbells makes it so that both Swampert and Empoleon have up to 200 HP, making them even more difficult to knock out. Finally, we have the Super Boost Energy, which I kept mispronouncing as Super Multi-Boost for whatever reason. The card provides colorless energy. When it's attached to a stage 2 Pokemon, it provides essentially a rainbow energy, and if you have 3 or more stage 2 Pokemon in play, you get 4 energy at a time, which is insane. Triple counter energy, as I was saying, it doesn't work for Alolan Ninetales, it doesn't work on GXs or EXs, as can be seen on text, but it will help us in powering up Empoleon or potential Swampert plus an Aqua Patch in a single turn. And finally, we have 5 basic water energy. Doubles only works on stage 1, that is true. That is very silly, so I'll take that out. I'll add a third Guzma. See, even I don't know. Even I have slip-ups, yeah? That was a very silly mistake. In my mindset, dumbbells was for evolutions, not for stage 1s. 100% right. We're not using dumbbells. Let's pretend that never happened. Let's pretend that never happened. Okay. So we're looking for an opponent. Hopefully get a good match in. No reason to have dumbbells. Very silly slip up by me. No reason to have dumbbells. Okay. Hello. It's very nice when people like recognize me and send me nice emojis. And we have the people who are dumbbells or weakness policy in Zoaric. I feel like weakness policy is better. Unless you want a tanky Ninetales, yeah? A tanky Ninetales which does nothing. Okay, so not the best start. Any time when you don't have Elms is never a good start. If we can get a Mudkip here, that would be nice. We can't, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to pass. No reason to attach energy to the Vulpix. It's gonna be a slow and steady. It's gonna be slow and steady to get going here, right? But when we do, or hopefully if we do eventually get going, our tanky-ish attackers will be able to deal with my opponent's Pokemon a little bit better. Yeah. And you see some folks playing Lily and Nespals on decks like this instead of Professor Elms. I mean, real games, that was before Lost Thunder, right? That was before we had Elms. Both versions are good. Elms is the more not energy. Elms is the more space efficient version of the deck, right? You do rely a lot more on getting that turn 1 Elms rather than the turn 1 Lily. But Elms makes it to where you can diversify your supporters and you're not even running Lily most of the time, right? Or you run one of. But it's like, it's 4 Elm versus 4 Lily plus 4 Nespal. Yeah, so it's like the space it saves you is definitely a really good trade-off. Yeah. And imagine if I had started with an Elms there, I would have had a very solid hand. Yeah, and nothing guarantees that I would have had either a Nespal or a Lily right there either, so that's my take on it. Yeah, like neither version, both versions are solid. Okay, so I guess I'll grab one of each. Is grabbing a Ninetales worth it? I can never grab an... Oh, I have 2 on this price. That also doesn't help. No, I think it's just all about the beacon here. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Team Pie Pokemon... I think I misclicked. But Team Pie Pokemon sent a message that said... like, when we had Bridget, we never saw Lily or... Nespals, right? And now we basically, for some decks, we basically have Bridget back. So like it's not a coincidence that we weren't using Lily and Nespals before. Yeah. Now that we have Bridget back, we tend towards maybe what's familiar, but also probably what's better, right? Between the two, purely based on the fact that you gain 4 spots in your deck, that alone makes the reliability on the turn 1 card even better. Because Lily on turn 1 doesn't even guarantee you a single basic, right? A single basic. Ray Illusions, what do you mean by helmety? I actually don't know what you mean by that. Is there a reason for Noble Canyon Prison because you already have Swampert and Empoleon as non-GX attackers? Yes, John F, and also because it requires 3 actual energy, right? Empoleon only requires 2 energy. It can work with the counter energy, which I guess Volcanion can as well. The super boost doesn't help it, so like it's also a really bad starter, right? It's a really, really bad starter. You can't search for it with Elms, so there's a lot of reasons to play it, but also a lot of reasons to not to play it. Yeah. And Okay, I think I'm just gonna beacon again. I mean, my opponent will, if he has Guzma and he knocks something out or he spreads, maybe I should have attached the energy actually. Yeah, I should have attached the energy. That was a big oversight. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab Ninetales and I'm gonna grab another Piplup. The Ninetales will give me the Ultra Ball, which will give me the energy in the discard, which will activate my Acrobat, which will let me Guzma take a KO. Okay. Thoughts on a single water Ninetales GX? Not a fan, because you don't have DCE. So relying on Acrobat to use it, not a fan. Honestly, not a fan. We're trying to stay away from GXs. We're not even using this guy to like set up. We're just using it purely for the ability. So not a fan. If we had DCs, then yeah. Oh, easy to play, similar to Buller Ray. I mean, it does get to a point where it probably becomes like that. Yes. But I don't think it's as straightforward as that. Yeah, I don't think it's a simple deck to play. No. If LAC is tomorrow, what deck would I pick? Deadly B. Very difficult to say. If I had to pick, like I would still have the rest of the day, right, to figure it out. If I really had to pick right now, either maybe Malamar or Zork. Yeah, one of those two. Okay, so my opponent was able to get a lot of energy into the discard pile. Seems like he's gonna try and spread here. No, he simply passes. Okay, so this is a weird spot. Okay, so I'm gonna evolve this Vulpix, right? I'm gonna Kuzma. I'm definitely gonna Kuzma. I think I'm just gonna grab double rare candy here, right? No, not double rare candy, duh. Because I want the Ultra Wall to get the energy, to get the Echo Patch. Okay, so step number one is this friend gets us a Marsh Stomp. I don't think my Swampert will be target down, so I'm okay discarding the Marsh Stomp. Yeah. And so I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Wall, Marsh Stomp, and the Water Energy. And I will go ahead and grab another Piplup, right? The spell tags is going to be what ends up making a big difference for both myself and my opponent. Oh, I guess I could have just discarded the energy off of the Swampert. Duh. Okay. So what's the discard then? Is it the Kuzma? That only leaves me with one Kuzma. Is it the counter energy? That feels very bad. I think it's the Empoleon. That also feels pretty bad. I think it's a counter energy. That might make it to where I can't attack this turn. Or, yeah, this turn. I think it's a Guzma. I think it's gonna have to be the Guzma. Okay. So, we're going to Aqua Patch. Okay, so here's the thing. What is the bigger threat? Here. If I target down this guy, I mean, I could target down this Malamar as well. I feel like targeting down the Arceus is good. It's a Pokemon that has the most resources committed to it. It also won't get me spell tagged. So I will be trading 2 for 1 with my Empoleon, which is great. Like, not only am I taking the first KO, but I'm also trading 2 for 1. So yeah, let's go with a total command here. Go with a total command. Now I do need to attach energy pretty much every single turn. Pretty much every single turn. Ninetales GX would have been insane in Queendom. Yep. Would have been insane indeed. Zord with what? This GX? I mean, Lycanroc and Weavile most likely. You would think Alolan Ninetales would be a better one-off than the GX one here. I feel like it's a bit too slow, but potentially, yeah. Summer likes the deck solely because it has foxes in it. That's cool. Baby Ninetales is bad if Shrine is a card that sees play. Yeah, it's like adding a Baby Ninetales means you're trying to cheese wins, or you're trying to slow the pace of the deck. You're trying to slow the pace of the game down. Okay. This is a mistake by my opponent, I feel. If he had Guzma, the Alolan Ninetales, I would have been in a lot of trouble, actually. But because he chose the Swampert, I actually have a chance to attack with it. Yeah, I probably won't be able to. There's no way for me to guarantee the super multi-boost. Playing the Judge here doesn't feel great. I'll definitely thin this. But I have to, right? I'm only seeing 7 cards though, that's definitely nowhere near enough. The Prinplup is nice. I'm gonna trade away the Ninetales, I feel. Trade, eh? Or the Mudkip. No, the Ninetales. I might need to set up another Swampert eventually. Well, oh, I added that third Guzma, that's great. I actually added that third Guzma. Okay, so energy here. Now this will allow my opponent to spread very nicely and set up some good numbers for the Giratina, right? That is what is happening here. There's another Malamar. So now there's merit to knocking out the Oranguru, right? That might slow my opponent's deck down quite a bit as well. Energy to the Giratina, he will spread again. Then I will Guzma, KO this guy, then he knocks me out, then like we're gonna trade. The spell tags will allow him to catch up. Yeah, the spell tags and the damage that he's placing right now will allow him to catch up. Hello, Horrorbrind. Okay, so definitely trading the Elms, right? Definitely trading the Elms. And I'm going to lose the Vulpix, which is not the end of the world, right? It's definitely not the end of the world. Okay. So I'm gonna go after this guy. And I'm gonna keep the counter energy as a counter energy for now. We get another KO, we are ahead 2 prices. Now he gets a KO, then I get a KO. And it's gonna be a weird trade-off. We have 4 stage 2s, that's crazy. Dalton, Elm or Lily Nestball in Zoroark, 100% Elm, in my opinion. The only deck that doesn't, the only Zoroark deck that doesn't play Lily Nest is Zorogarb, because you can't search for Troushes, I would say. Yeah. Okay, the damage on the Ninetales is also not nice. We haven't found a single Brooklet heal so far. My opponent has gotten rid of a Shrine and played 1. He's only playing 3, we might have a solid chance here. Yeah, so I'd say Elm is the way to go. It's like we had Lily and Nestball since February of 2016, right? We've had access to those 2 cards, Lily and Nestball, and not a single deck used those over Bridget. Yeah. And there's a reason for that, right? It's not that we didn't think of combining Nestballs and Lily. Okay, my opponent chooses to use Tapu Koko. So he might be going for a full-on spread tactic here. Like a full-on complete spread win. Okay, I'll bench that guy. I don't think I'll be needing the Kukui. There's finally a Brooklet heal. We also get another energy, which is very nice. I think I'll spread them. And I'll get another knockout. Yeah. No spell tech damage is nice. 30 damage on all my Pokemon is not going to be pleasant though. I think my opponent might have gotten a bit too fancy with spread. He could also just drop a Lele and move damage around. Right? That could also be something he's planning towards. He uses Brooklet heal to double check something in his deck. Then plays his 3rd Shrine of Punishment. Didn't Bulu sometimes play Lily's Nestball? Not that I remember. Well, yeah, actually, yes. You are right, Citurken. Tapu Bulu was one of the few decks, or one of the first decks, however you want to see it. Yeah, however you want to see it. Okay, my opponent just really wants to spread. My opponent really wants to win by spreading. That's gonna put 180 damage on the board. And there's a Lele. And we don't have another Guzma. Why would you bench that? Like, that's just telling me, please target this down. Right? Does my opponent have enough damage to get 5 prizes? I don't think he does. Maybe thinning with the elms was better there. Okay, the brooklet is nice. What's going to happen here? So he can take 4 prizes, I believe, right? Or is no, that's enough, right? 50 from the active to a Ninetales, that's a KO. 30 from the active, that's a KO. That leaves 30 that go to Swampert, 120. And then 40. And then 50. He doesn't have KO yet. But the spell tag will get him there, I believe. I have no idea who to attach. Benching that Mudgift might have been a big mistake. But I just attack. I mean, there's nothing I can do, honestly. Hello, Rednax. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you? Horror Brian. Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm keeping my options open. Yeah, I won't make a decision until Thursday. Obviously, do I know where to see Tort's new Zoro list? No, I have no idea. I don't think he would post a new Zoroark list 3 days before an international tournament. Imagine if my opponent doesn't have a Psychic Energy and he just goes Psywave. That would be a big blunder. 6 energy. 6, 7, 8. 8 basic Psychics. The original, or the Japanese Shining Arceus spread list had 10 Psychic and 2 DCs. There's a Cynthia. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's very unlikely that my opponent doesn't have a way to access those energies, right? Stretcher's back. The Shining Arceus. What? Is he going to spread again with the Shining? I guess that gives him the win. Yeah. Imagine if I was playing 1 Acerola or 1 Max Potion. That would completely ruin his plan. That would completely ruin my opponent's plan. Wait, what? My opponent might have made a big... Oh no, he has the TCG. Never mind. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I mean, if I had a 4th Guzma, I could just target that down, especially now that he used the stretcher. So yeah, my opponent will win in a very fancy way. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Now he definitely has enough damage, right? 2 from the active, that gets him 2, and then he has enough to just spread around. He needs an energy though, right? He needs an energy from hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He needs any energy. Any energy will do, but he needs the energy. Yeah, and there's nothing I can do about this. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this. If I had a Guzma, it would be a different story. So 1 turn away. We needed to start attacking 1 turn earlier. We did have a double Vulpix Kukui start though, so if we had started just a little bit stronger, we might have gotten a better setup, a better play. Promotes Siguratina, so I assume he has a 3rd Guzma right here to move the damage around. Or a DCE to retreat. Right? Or a DCE to retreat. There's the Guzma. So I won't make him click 1 million times. We'll just move on to the next game. So if he started on our part, which allowed him to stabilize and just spread. That extra turn he got to spread. That was also very key. That extra turn he got to spread, where we didn't find the super boost energy to attack with Swampert. That was a key turn. You know? Too bad I wasn't playing a copy of an all damage. Indeed. Did I have enough though? Like I had 120. Yeah. Well, how much damage is it? Unknown damage? Is it 660? I don't think I had enough. I was close, but I don't think I had enough. Okay, so I get to go first. There's the Elm, but no basic, and all 3 of our Guzmas. Alolan Ninetales GX seems like easy prizes. That's true, Dalton. That is true. The trade-off of accessing the rare candy is that you do have that sitting dock right there. Yeah. If I had taken KOs on Malamars instead of the targets I chose in early game, do I feel it could have been different? Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. If I had taken KOs on... Jeez, okay. If I had taken KOs on Malamars, it would have put more pressure perhaps on his rescue stretchers. Would have put more pressure on his energy as well. So yeah, perhaps I should have targeted down Malamars. And I got greedy with the Ranguru trying to make him dead draw, right? Luis, thank you so much. Es la intención. Gracias. Gracias por los buenos deseos. Yeah, 66 damage counter, so would have been very difficult. So do you think Gascan with Giratina instead of Deoxys is viable, Horbrine? That's literally the deck we played before this one. And yeah, we did pretty well with it. I do think it's viable. Okay, we might be up against Naganadel Blacephalon, which my opponent will be heartbroken when he sees what we are running. And it's not even because we have the Sublimation GX attack potential. So yes, you would only well, I'm only playing one Giratina and one Deoxys rather than two Giratinas, because Deoxys is still good. The first attack is still solid, and the one retreat cost is very important as well. Yeah, you don't want to just start a Giratina and then have to manually attach to it for 3 turns. It's literally, Horbrine, it's the same Gascan list, just minus 1 Deoxys plus 1 Giratina. Nothing else I changed. Yeah, nothing else I changed. Okay. Once again, no elms. Yeah. No elms. Or we can just top deck the elms. That's pretty nice. Okay, definitely a Vulpix. Definitely 2 Piplups. No, I think 1 Piplup and 1 Mudkip actually. Because... yeah, that makes sense, I think. Because we don't have Swampert, but we really would like to set up Swampert. I mean, I could Ultra Ball for Rare Candy, for Ninetales for Rare Candy Ultra Ball to get the Swampert. Feels iffy. No spell tags or right. It's the same Gascan, just 1 Giratina instead of 1 Deoxys. Yeah. Spell tags are good, but they're for the non-GX version. Yeah, Gascan is based on having both access to GXs and access to non-GXs. Yeah. Which is the version that I like. The non-GX version definitely has extra Giratinas and has a spell tag. Yeah? I'm talking purely about Gascan. Okay, so Ultra Balls away 2 fires, not for Lily, but for Sightseer. And immediately plays the Sightseer with 7 cards in hand. Yikes. He started with 6 energy in his hand. That's a crazy amount. That is actually a crazy amount. Okay, there's a Blacephalon. We are definitely not worried about the Blacephalon. Geez, okay. I don't think I'm playing Rescue Stretcher either, right? That's probably a misplay. Okay, so I'm not going to evolve into Vulpix just yet. I'm just going to grab a Piplup and I'm going to Cynthia. Grabbing Rare Candy just for 1 Empoleon is very underwhelming. And you really want to set up Swampert a lot more than Empoleon as your first stage 2. Okay, simply because... ooh, this is rough though. Well, it's not rough. Okay, so I'm potentially going to have Swampert. I'm not Rare Candying into Empoleon because I really want Swampert first. So I'm going to grab those 2. This gets me more Rare Candies. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not playing Kiawe in Blacephalon. I don't like Kiawe in Blacephalon. Kwame9, how many different decks will I play in this stream? 3. Yeah, we've already played Gascan, we are playing Empoleon, Swampert, and I'll be playing Zoroark, TCG Ninetales for the last one. Yeah. Okay, so my opponent gets the first KO, which is nice. It also activates my counter energy if I'm able to get that out. The Elms is underwhelming. I mean, it helps me thin, right? It definitely helps me thin. So, but I wanted to evolve Piplup into Alolan Ninetales. That is not how this works. Okay, so definitely Rare Candy. I don't need Choice Band. Choice Band is starting to feel redundant. Well, not really. I think Timer Ball makes sense to try and get stage 1s. I really need one of my 3 counter energy, right? That's what I really need. So I think I'm gonna play cards to thin. You know? I guess not that one. I definitely guess not that one. Graduating of Zero Control in Standard. It's not my playstyle. It's a very good deck. It's just not what I like playing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Power Draw an energy, hopefully into a counter energy. And there it is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If we had gotten one Heads Flip, we would have had a Piplup, right? And then we would have had potential access to another Empoleon, yeah, to have that ready. It's not gonna happen, but that's fine, I guess. I'll get this Piplup ready, and then we'll total command for KO. Weakness is a big advantage, of course. If that was any other type, we wouldn't have gotten a knockout. Yeah. T-Pipe Pokemon. That's fair. It's just you really want the Swampert though. Swampert is what makes the deck really work. I do not have energies to use Sublimation GX. No, Arch Wanted. I am not playing any Fairy energy in the deck, so I cannot use Sublimation GX. Yeah. Was it the first place list from Memphis? Yes, Horrorbrand. That's the list I'm talking about. 1-1 Weevil line or 1-1 Garp line for Zoro Banette? Why not both? I feel like Zoroark right now can just get away with both. Wow, Sophocles, what? I generally think Sophocles is strictly worse than TV Reporter. Strictly worse than TV Reporter. Okay, so can we flip a heads now? Yes, now we flip 2. Okay, that's how math works, I guess. We'll get double Piplup, and then I'll evolve this guy and this guy. Well, I guess I should be trading first. Always trade first, or always power draw first. No trouble at all for Brian. I'm gonna grab Kukui. Okay. So I should have evolved this one. Yeah, I should have evolved that one. Oops. So right now I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 140, 160, 190. And then I'll attach energy to a Piplup. That was silly of me not to evolve the Piplup with energy. Oh, I misplayed. Ah. Oops. The energy had to go to the active, silly Pablo. No real games. Counter energy does not work on Pokemon GXs. Otherwise, you would be seeing counter energy on a lot of decks. Yeah. Counter energy does not work on GX Pokemon. Oh my gosh, that was so silly. That was very silly. That was very silly. I forgot, like now I'm winning. So big misplay. Big oopsies. Big oopsies here. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, we definitely still have a big advantage. Even if we lose the Empoleon, we're still fine. We are still fine. We are still fine. Right? Right, I hope. Yeah, like we need one energy. Literally any energy. Hello Jedi, thanks so much for being here. Grabs another Poipole. I mean, if he goes down to 3, Naganadel does KO 1 GX, right? But his only option to KO right now is the Blacephalon. And now he's filling up his bench to where a Kuzma will finish off the Layla for my last 2 prizes. Yeah, so don't misplay like this, kids, indeed. That's exactly, that's the teachable moment here is don't forget counter energy only works if you're losing, right? And look, that's 4 energy in the loss zone for a single price. That's never a great trade-off. Okay, so we'll do the Prinplup with the energy that should have been on the Empoleon, silly Pablo. I will evolve. Okay, so I believe I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Wall the Ninetales, not the Kukui, maybe the Swampert, probably the Mudkip. I think the Swampert. Yeah, I'll grab another Empoleon. I need any water, any energy. Any energy helps here. So the way I see the most amount of cards is by thinning as much as I can, playing Cynthia, and then using Power Draw. So let's do it that way. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, so we get the energy, that's very nice. I'll go ahead and Power Draw the Ultra Wall. I think we'll be needing that anytime soon. We do have 3 stage 2 Pokemon right now. I'll definitely replace the Ultra Space. And I'm tempted to just attach the counter energy because the water energy is more valuable, and I don't think we're going behind in prices anymore this game. Yeah, I don't think my opponent will be able to knock out Empoleon this turn, and once he doesn't, then I'll just Guzma, super boost energy onto Empoleon, knock out the Lele for game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 160, so I still need the Choice Band. But I'm sure we'll get there. And my opponent just willingly promotes the Tapu Lele though. My opponent willingly promotes the Tapu Lele, so now all I need is Kukui. Kukui or Choice Band. Yeah, and I'm gonna see the next 4 cards in my deck. I can thin 1 with the Ultra Wall, so I need either Kukui or Choice Band to not be in the bottom 5 cards of my deck, or priced. Yeah, definitely Horrorbrine, definitely. Yeah. Last question for Zorbanet, is single Baby Buzz or a Larvitar better? Definitely Baby Buzz, I think, because Larvitar is very situational, and it's not like you're manipulating a lot of item cards, right? It's not like you're manipulating, I mean, not item cards, sorry. You're not manipulating a lot of damage, right? It's not like you're consistently doing 1 or 2 abilities per turn with Banette. Yeah. So, especially against Zoroark, you don't want, you're not going to want to have Banette in the active, right? Moving the damage. So, definitely Baby Buzz. Do I like Larvitar and Zoro Decidueye? Yeah, I do. I do, Jack. I do. I think, I mean, Larvitar is definitely a decent card. I just think Baby Buzz is more reliable. Yeah? Because Larvitar relies on Banette, and Larvitar is for Zoroark mirror matches, and you don't want to be using Banette to move damage around against Zoroark, right? And this is enough, right? 9 Pokemon is 180 damage, total command is a knockout. Okay, so despite my big oopsies, we are good here. So I'm going to show the list off so that you guys can see it. I know you guys can see the card that's right here, but it's an Empoleon. Yeah, it's 4 Empoleons. This is what I came up with. A Zoroark Max Potion could be in interesting inclusions in the deck. Maybe 3/1/2 Swampert could free up a space in the deck, but you do rely on Swampert. Yeah, tough matchup indeed. Ginard, thanks so much for the game. Protissimo, eventualmente era un deck de Tyranitar Hex, pero no es viable. Definitivamente no es viable. How do you deal with Lycanroc with Banette Zoro? A single Golisopod GX? Potentially, yeah, but Lycanroc is the reason why Zoro Banette is probably not the best Zoroark deck. Old Greg, thanks so much for the follow. And so guys, if you're watching YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. If you're watching live with me on Twitch, we still have 1 more deck to go before we finish the stream and I go to Brazil tomorrow. So don't go anywhere guys, I will be right back in just a second.